Hey Pro Painters. With Behr, you're getting paint, stains, and primers at everyday low prices. Plus same day or next day job site delivery. That's how pros do more.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How y'all doing? It's your boy. Welcome to this Shishes for the Shishes. Just doing a little bit of background check here. Make sure everything is all good. Guys, today. What up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, bro. Out here on the ones and twos, doing what you gotta do. For the Shishes for the Shishes. Squad things Aguan. And it is a special day today and a special stream, guys. I'm gonna be having the camera on. So I'm just doing an extra check here of everything to make sure things are going well, to hopefully that if any technical difficulties arises, that I can hopefully handle them pretty easily. So thank y'all for your patience. Just hang in there and I'll be right with you guys. Just enjoy the music in the meanwhile. It's your boy Ro Squad.
I'm a photographer, and I can't see.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How y'all doing here today? It's your boy, bro. Out here on the ones and twos. Ooh for the ooh. Sheeshis for the sheeshis. Squad things are going. Guys, you know what I'm saying? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How's everybody doing first and foremost here for the day? Everybody good? Everybody G? Everybody blessed? I've been seeing the chat already. Y'all already going on there. Hey Bells, how you doing? Hey Cade, Own Boss, what's poppin'? How y'all doing? You know what I mean? How y'all doing? Everybody good? Everybody blessed? We doing good today? I hope we're doing good, man. Cause like the news today, guys. The news today. Well, it's not even today. It came out yesterday. It hasn't even been a full. I don't think it hasn't even been a full day that the news has been out. You know. I still think that Destiny won't go down for a while. So me, Ro, and the others are responding to Own Boss. Okay. Oh, yeah. Own Boss, I feel you. Own Boss, you were in here for a long time, bro. You were here for like a long time, bro. For like pretty much the beginning. You know what I'm saying? When I had like 2 views. You know what I'm saying? Still got like 2 views here and there, but like, you know what I mean? From the start of when I started streaming, being there, man. So this is affecting you also like that, then you know what I mean? I can't imagine for those who've played it longer than I have, or as long as, or even you know, even like 25% of the time that I've done. Like, you know what I mean? Because here's the thing. Destiny 2 as a whole, well, the Destiny games, right? As a whole, it's set up for you to play with people. And when you play with people and being interactive with them, you're going to create memories. Some good, some bad, but all together it came from that source. And with that being said, right? When that main source of gradual memory, that has been memory lane or memories that's been created from that source decides to, it no longer exists or stop getting attention because, it's run its course, then, you know what I mean? A sense of loss, you know what I mean, is definitely felt there. You get where I'm coming from, you know what I'm saying? So to bring light a little bit to more of what I'm saying here. Let me just pull it up. Let me just pull it up right here. Y'all see it? I'm talking about the bombshell that Bungie dropped on the Destiny 2 community yesterday. You get what I'm saying? This is the bombshell right here. Destiny 2, every end is a new beginning. It's fucked up. I read this yesterday on the end of my stream when I was playing Bungie's other game, Marathon, and I felt like when I read this, I was a zombie because registering the news and you know what I'm saying, and reading this, it was just not happening for me. You get where I'm coming from? Like I was just incapable of, processing what the hell is really going on. You get what I mean? I don't know if anybody else was feeling the same way, but you know what I'm saying? Like it was crazy. It was crazy. I know for sure I wasn't the only one that was feeling that way. I know that for a fact. I could not have been the only one that was feeling that way, man. You know what I mean? Chat, what you guys saying? Hmm? It's still crazy to me that it's ending after 11 years of it being out. This game has been my whole life, and I still remember its first release and how much I enjoyed both D1 and D2. I feel you, bro. I feel you, man. Look, look, okay? My girl plays video games and stuff too, right? But we've never really had a game that we both enjoy playing together. We'll play games that each one of us like, right? But we never had a common game until Destiny 2. And when that news dropped yesterday, I shit you not, bro. She cried. And I shit you not also. Something inside of me, like, broke a little bit, you know what I mean? Because although I have known and heard, we've all seen the signs, you know what I'm saying, that like things are going downhill for Destiny, right? I personally didn't imagine or think that it will come this soon. However, I thought that maybe we're gonna get another delay because of most of the stuff that's going on between like, the marathon launch and how not successful it's been in Sony and reporting their fiscal year and the cost of Bungie and like all this stuff, right? I thought more of that was pretty much gonna happen. I didn't think like it would be like right now in this year, especially after they announced like we're supposed to be having other DLCs, right? We have another season that's supposed to come, right? And then we're supposed to have like two other DLCs that's supposed to come also. So like all that news and then boom, this, right? So we're gonna be getting everything, as of June 9th, we're gonna be getting, pretty much everything that they were gonna like release slowly over the next, I guess couple months to a year or so. We're going to be getting that final update release on June 9th. And then periodically after that, there's going to be other releases in between there um, of the whole release that they're going to do. And then after that, we're not getting any more live services update, which means we're not going to get no new content, for this game. It's just going to be frozen in time, just like its predecessor D1. And that's just going to be it. There's going to be new things to do and old things to do and reoccurring things, right? They're going to be putting back a lot of things that we have asked for, which is one of the biggest biggest slap to the face for me personally when I was reading through all of this. If you guys haven't read through all of this, please do. I don't want to have to read through this again. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some amazing, amazing information in here, and they're even gonna come up with more information on this information to help elaborate more on what they mean, right? But just on the surface of things, what I wanna say what these things are, right? It's talking about the drop, right? That's coming, and just things to expect with that, right? And then down here it's talking about the new template. This is what they're gonna revert the directory to, right? The directory is gonna look back like this. They're still gonna have the portal somewhere. It mentions that's gonna be like portal icon or nodes or some shit like that that you can still click on to like go do portal activities type stuff. But this is the look. This is something that we've asked for since they released the portal stuff and the backlash and everything like that. It's really unfortunate, really. One of the biggest thing here that I'm feeling a ways about is that they're giving us a lot of what we've asked for now in the end. I'm gonna say also I'm grateful for it because at least that they're doing it because it's ending. They're not gonna fix anything, not necessarily fix anything. They're not gonna add anything new necessarily to the game is what they've said here in the update. But it's I mean, I'm very happy that they're at least bringing it back to this for like old players who want to come back and like find something a little bit more understanding and adaptable, right? They can look at this and be like, oh yeah, this look a little bit familiar to like all the other interfaces, UI and stuff that we've had in directory looks, right? So that's definitely the take on this situation here. You know what I mean? At least we are getting SRL back. Yeah, right? Sorry, I keep forgetting what the hell that acronym mean. What's that? SRL? I saw that in here too, but I can't even like pinpoint the fact of what that is. What it means. What's the acronym of SRL? Hit me with it. So this is the directory, right? And then Pantheon 2.0 is going to be permanent. Oh yeah, Sparrow Racing League. There it is. It's at the very bottom of this update also. But we're going to be having the Pantheon, right? 2.0, right? And it's going to be staying permanently is what they said down here, right? A new Pantheon is coming as a permanent addition, right? With a with a fresh slate of bosses to challenge and overcome. So those of you guys who don't know, this boss right here up in the top, that's DP, I'm pretty sure. Okay, there's not been any other. Wait, no, this is not DP. This is Eat of Worlds. Yeah, these are the old raids, guys. These are the Leviathan raids that they're bringing back, which is going to be Pantheon 2.0 or added into Pantheon 2.0, right? And it's going to be permanent. Or maybe this is just going to be the Pantheon 2.0, and I don't know, maybe they're going to have the other bosses rotating it. So it's kind of unclear, but what is definitely clear is that the Leviathan raids are back, guys, right? The Leviathan raids are back. It would be great to have Scourge of the Past also, but I don't see that boss in here. But the Leviathan raids are back here. But they did also say something here, right, with a fresh slate of bosses to challenge. And this is just a few that they showed. There might be other surprises in there because that's mentioned in there a few times also, right? So that's definitely something to look forward to. So this is the Eat of World boss, right? This huge, massive Hydra. And this is Galdrin or whatever the hell his name is from Scourge of the, no, from, oh my god, Spire? No, that's Spire. What the fudge is that called? Eater of Worlds, Leviathan, the Spire, and there's another one. What's the other one? The Scourge of the, no, what the fudge? Guys, I'm having a brain cramp here. What is the other raid called? Eater of Worlds, Leviathan, Spire of the, what is Spire of Stars, right? And then there's one more. There's one more. What's that one called with this guy, the freaking helmet that's cursed, and Callus tricked him into wearing it because Sabathun wanted him to originally wear it, but then and get corrupted and control the Empire. What the hell is that called? Does anybody not know what that is? What is it called? Let me just jump over here to raid report real quick. Let me just go and look up this raid report real quick here to see what the hell is it called. Leviathan, Eater of Worlds, Spire, Scourge, Crown of Sorrows, Fudgington. Crown of Sorrows. That's the one. That's the one. That one's savage, guys. That one is pretty dope. Crown of Sorrows, that one is really nice. Especially the boss encounter, it's just crazy. That's where you got the exotic called Taraba, right? And it would be nice if they made it where you can get these tiered exotic only from these raids, these reprise raids, right? That would be pretty fucking cool. You know what I mean? You gotta go get like, what was it? What was it? Leviathan. What was the Leviathan one? Oh yeah, Legend of Acheris, right? But the thing is that all already existing exotics are going to be tiered. It's mentioned somewhere in the Twabi also, okay? So on June 9th, guys, what you can expect right here, it says June 9th. The first slate of bosses become available with 2 activities, each featuring a unique roster of bosses. Hmm. 2 activities featuring a unique rosters of bosses. That's interesting. June 13th, right? So literally a week later, next, I guess. It will kind of be like every Tuesday when the updates comes up. But remember, this is already like preordained. They already have it like preset, you know? So, yeah, June 13th, what we're calling the Gauntlet, the full lineup of bosses encounter in a single activity. Interesting. Okay, and then the 16th encounter rotation begins. Players can attempt featured single boss encounters, sorry, for rewards. So that's kind of how they're gonna be rolling that out right there. I think the last thing to expect is on June 16th, whenever all that update stuff has finished come out. So guys, honestly, you kind of want to read through this. It's talking about the portal activities and how to access that, right? New aspects and stuff that's coming for all classes, right? A hunter got new grenades and stuff like that. Class specific abilities. So there's certain things that's coming there. Sandbox are changing, right? Kind of what we would expect when a new season drop, but it's just it's just the end of it. That's it. That's all. There's not gonna be anything else. You know what I mean? So yeah, and Sparrow Racing, of course, SRL. There you go. I got it now. I knew it was that, but couldn't put my tongue on it. Just gonna put thoughts on it really. Are you guys excited for the Sparrow Racing? I never got to do it, but I did see a lot of videos about it, heard a lot about it. It was pretty cool. I think I started playing Destiny officially like had the game, had a console myself. I think probably like maybe a couple years after Sparrow Racing went away. Cause this was a D1, right? This wasn't in D2, was it? Right? I don't think it was that. Was that chat? You will also be able to put all ornaments on exotics. Oh, that was only in D1 the Sparrow Racing? Okay. Yeah, there you go. That's what I thought. I remember seeing it because I had homies who played, right? Who had the game and stuff. That's just kind of how I was introduced to it, you know? So, yeah. No, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, they do tell you also about all of that. Yeah, the ornaments and stuff. You're gonna be able to do a lot of things that we have been asking for. Another one of those things, this is how you kind of know officially that like they're done, is because right here, the Eververse store, right? Y'all know that store, right? That never has anything for free, right? So Bright Dust, so Silver and Bright Dust, right? Bright Dust will continue to be an earnable currency through gameplay objectives, and we have expanded the offering of cosmetics that can be acquired with this currency. So that means pretty much every ornament now can be bought with Bright Dust. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be the situation there right now. Yeah, thank you so very much for the follow. You know what I mean, Mapongos? Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Thank you so very much, man. I appreciate you, yo. And what there's more. There's more. It says silver will continue to be available for players to purchase and exchange for various items in the Eververse. So that's never been a thing before. So basically now, guys, you can go and farm the crap out of whatever you want and get those ornaments that you've never had as of June 9th, of course, right? And bright dust rotation, right here, right here, right here. Bright dust rotation is being changed from weekly to daily. Gosh, giving players more opportunities to exchange this earned currency for a cosmetic they desire. Man, I wanted this update for so long. I understand. Okay, they could have done this update for like whenever they drop like Halloween activities and stuff like that, and then not have this one up here where you can like you know, um, you know, exchange the currency type thing, right? To switch it, right? That would have been pretty cool. But like, I'm still very happy with like a lot of these updates that they're dropping here to leave the game in a permanent stasis. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Pogriki, yeah, I know it's you. You got locked out of your. Oh, damn! What the hell happened? Jesus, that's crazy. I hope everything is all right. I hope you can probably get back in there or something at least, you know. But Pug Ricky, I wanted to let you know, since you're just joining here, one of my favorite games that I played a lot here, which is called Destiny 2, is no longer going to be getting any more live service updates, meaning that this is it. The game is entering into a permanent state of stasis where it's going to remain frozen in time as it is for as long as these servers exist. And I'm just reading up a little bit on like the last update that they're dropping here of what we can be expecting for what's coming last, and just sharing my thoughts and ideas here, and trying to converse a little bit more with chat also, and getting their opinions and stuff too. You know what I mean? Because I'm not the only one. I'm definitely not the only one that's played this game, that's put thousands of hours into it, and is feeling probably every single emotion a person can feel whenever you're dealing with a loss, what feels like a loss, you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's kind of what's happening here right now for this morning stream. Um, you know, I am trying to carefully, speak how I'm feeling, and not trying to, hurt or make an impact, or, I'm not trying to have anybody, you know, go in a specific direction to like vent this anger. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that with this stream here that we can just say everything, in an orderly manner about, the loss that we're feeling, the pain that we're feeling, this disconnect, like it's breakup, or like you're getting fired from a job you love, or like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to really explain how I am feeling right now about everything that's coming here, right? It's a lot of mixed feelings for me personally. You know what I mean? I'm feeling like shocked in a moment, lost for words. In the next moment, I'm feeling kind of upset because so much memory was forged here. So many people that I've played with and still play with that I might not play with anymore. And I get it that this is just the way how things goes, because, it comes and it goes, you know what I mean? It's only going to be good for a moment in time, and you just got to experience it, and, what do you call it? Sorry, not just experience it, but you got to just live in the moment, and, you know what I'm saying? Take that in. But I just, man, man. What I remember is coming in, being the EDZ, and not knowing anything, getting that first weapon, shooting that one, two, and figuring out that I have abilities, but still didn't really know the story so much, and then start reading up and following, and eventually make it to the last city, and then like there's other people that I could talk to, and I still didn't really know so much how to play it, because like I didn't know people who played it and understood it. And then eventually, man, eventually when I got to a certain level where I could actually like do certain activities like lost sectors alone, I I mean I was able to like have people like be more genuine and cool to it. I wasn't just a blueberry low level, and I kind of seemed to look like I know what I was doing. So that sparked, a certain level of conversation with other people who kind of knew already what they were doing. And that's kind of how like Destiny, taught me to like grow in the game. You know what I'm saying? You have to, you don't have to, but it's a better recommendation to like get your level up and stuff like that. And if you have a mic, you can talk with people and just try to like look for those outlets in the community to reach out, right? Not everybody's gonna be nice. We all know how it is in the gaming community. But at the end of the day, man, every step, right, whether wrong or right, toxic or good, or whatever the case is, it all forged memories. Not just for me, but for everyone, I feel like. And in the end, you know what I mean, guys? In the end of it all, I personally believe that maybe this is a good thing. As heartbroken as it is, and as I feel about it, I think it is a good thing, because all in all, I don't think they could continue to have Destiny 2 the way it is, and continue to continuously drag it down in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Reduce it to absolutely nothing. Like, we didn't like how it was in especially the last couple of months of how, the communication has been going there between Bungie and us, right? I believe like everything leading up to like Marathon's launch, and then after that was a clear sign of like we are changing direction. You know what I mean? We are taking a different path. And right now, you guys might not see that idea or that path, or, the way that we're going towards the trajectory. However, this right now has to end so that we could potentially focus into maybe building something in the future that could be just as good in hopes, if not better, than what we've ever had. You know what I mean? So now, how long would it take for them to come out with a new game along the Destiny franchise? Because they did mention something along the line of the, other games, right? And Destiny 2, and Destiny franchise stuff that they mentioned also, right? I'm just trying to find it here. Where did it say? Sparrow Racing, no. It says it somewhere in the TWAB here, guys, where they actually mention that, they want to work on other things and Destiny 2 franchise also. There's certain parts of this, update where there's like ominous messages being left sounding like we're working on certain things Destiny related, but we're also working on like other games or other IP or whatever the case is, right? So yeah, yeah, man. I can't read this, I mean I can't read this anymore. Um, you know what I mean? I can't just read through this. Not right now again, because like it's just deep, man. It's really deep. It's really, 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 really profound. I would say it got really real when they sent this and the whole community received it. In my personal opinion. Hey Jamie, what's poppin'? Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 had a massive impact on my life. I respect, man. I wholeheartedly agree with you, what I mean, on that. Tons of us out here that Destiny 2 has, and Destiny 1, the whole Destiny franchise. I would say maybe even Bungie, for those of them who've played like way back even Halo, like I feel like Bungie itself has marked it, but like Bungie isn't ending as a studio, even though they gotten absolved by Sony as things stands. What's ending here is a franchise in a sense, and a game, and a whole lifespan, decade if not more for some people. And, I feel like it warrants the attention for, us to kind of share our memories and experiences on that, you know what I mean? Chat. And I'm open to it. I'll be reading a few of you guys', experience. I want to know, the question is here is, how did you guys first got introduced into Destiny? Whether it's Destiny 1 or Destiny 2, share your story with me. I'm going to tell a little bit of mine here. D1, my story for D1 is really short. Basically, D1, I didn't have a Destiny 1, this is what I'm talking about. I didn't have a console of my own, or I did have a console, but I didn't have a console that supported or played or had Destiny 2 on it. So I was at a friend's house and they were playing um, some type of mech game, and then they switched to Halo, of course, and then they switched to Destiny 2, and they were playing Destiny 2, and I saw they were playing, and they had like, I'm into like the adventure, magic, and all that type of shit, and like, shooting and FPS, whatever, right? So yeah, and then they're like, "Yo, you want to try it?" So I tried it out, and then, I loved it. I was playing as a warlock at first, and I loved the shit. I didn't know what I was playing as. I didn't know the fuck I was even playing at the time. And, I played it a few times. It was really nice. I don't know what I was doing. I don't know if I was in a strike at the time. I didn't understand what it was. I could have been in a destination, just walking around doing whatever, but I don't know. But I was just playing. It was really fun. It was nice. That was like the first little experience that I had on it. That was like Destiny 1. But again, I didn't own the console. I didn't own the game. I wasn't playing it regularly. It was just here and there whenever I went to that friends, if anything. But Destiny 2, how I got back into Destiny 2, I think it was my brother. I think it was my brother who was playing Destiny 2. I think so. Either my brother or one of my other homies from a different game that I played, but I'm pretty sure it was my brother because my brother was like more of a hardcore gamer than I was. Nah, that's not true. He wasn't more of a hardcore gamer than I was. That's not true. I just had more responsibility around the time that he was getting into like, the freedom of being able to game a lot more than I could. And yeah, one of the homies, pretty much told me, they're like, "Yo, I play this game, Destiny 2, yeah, yeah, yeah." And I was like, "Yo, I know of that game." And I'm like, "Destiny 1?" He's like, "No, there's a second one, Destiny 2." I was like, "Oh shit, okay." So I got Destiny 2. I played a little bit of Destiny 2, remembered I was a warlock, and then from there, the rest was just history, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to look at how many hours I've put into Destiny 2 here on the console. I don't. I don't want to. Especially, especially at this time. You know what I mean? You're depressed now, Cade? You ain't gotta be depressed, man. I know it's messed up, but you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta be, man. Trust. Yeah, I got logged out of my account. Then when I tried logging back in, my two-way fraction authenticator won't send me the text message. Oh shit, the code. Yeah, I feel you. Damn, that's messed up. I hope you can get back in there somehow, man. There's multiple ways once you have that two-way fraction set up first. There's multiple ways you can get around it too, but sometimes it is a headache and oftentimes maybe easier times to just, create a new account if anything. Imagine they bring back all the encounters they deleted. That's one last. Well, that's the thing. They're bringing back raids that was sunsetting. They're bringing back 3 of the Leviathan raids that I can confirm, right? That's what they're doing. They're bringing back 3 of them. Okay, let me show you. So up here, these are 3 of the Leviathan raids right here, right? Crown of Sorrows, right? Eater of Worlds, and then Leviathan with the mechanical callus. Are the mechanics for all of them gonna be the same? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, right? So this is Pantheon that's coming back, and Pantheon is permanent again, right? It says here a new Pantheon is coming as a permanent edition. You feel me? Trust. So that's what that is. That's what we're dealing with here, guys. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. How y'all feeling about this though? You know what I mean? Man. You're sad? I'm sad to see it go down. It go to, yeah, it got to go, to be honest. But it's not really gone yet. No, it's not gone. Well, here's the thing. Like they said, Destiny 2 is still gonna be there. The servers is still gonna be there. It's still gonna be accessible. It's still gonna be there for people to play. It's gonna, they want to make it feel like even though you're coming back or like, you left and then come back, you feel the engagement will still be there, right? There'll still be things to do. There'll still be rotations of dungeons and raids every week, I believe, and stuff like that, right? So there's going to be all of that stuff that we've had before that's gone away and come back, right? That's been the good moments and times in Destiny. However, right? It's you know what I mean? There's not going to be any live updates, like there's not going to be no new content added into the game, right? Bungie is a scum. What do you mean by that? Do explain. What do you mean by the scum? What did it do? What's the specifics of that behind that comment? You know? Because when you say things like that without explaining, right, chat? When you say things like that, like Bungie is a scum without explaining, it, to me, especially along the context of what I'm talking about, it just comes off like, I understand you're upset, like the game is pretty much ending, but I'm trying to find like the roots behind what it is that is getting you more upset about it, because like I feel upset too, and I want to like be a little belligerent about shit, but in all honesty, for myself, I just want to be I want to try to be intelligent about the way I respond and express myself, right? So let's read this out. They're not adding any more content. They should go bankrupt. Spent a lot of money on their games. What do you think? They're a horrible dev. Okay. But if you spend a lot of money in the game, that means you liked and believed in certain things about the game besides the things that you didn't like that they added or didn't add to the game. Isn't that correct? You know? Because as the consumers and the customers, we have every right to, say how we feel about the product. You know what I mean? They never lived up to anything. I would agree that Bungie has had this issue of communication. Like they don't communicate really well with their community. I would agree to that 1000%. 1000% I agree with that. Right? That's been one of the biggest issue from day one, and you've heard it across the board, right? I bought it thinking it would live up, and it never did. I bought it like a moron. Okay, how many hours have you invested into Destiny, the one that you bought? right? Let's see here. So Division is way better. It's a way better game, and it's still developing for Division 2. All right, I played both 1 and 2. Not sure the hours, but many. All right. So it's fair to say that you've put in quite a lot of time into both of those games. You see, with Division also, wasn't Division in limbo for a while? And then the devs, figured out whatever, and then, they started adding more updates for it. And they also did, yeah, I remember they did. I actually watched that stream where they did announce and said that there's gonna be a Division 3 that's coming also. So that was actually pretty cool, right? Because I have a lot of friends that plays Division also, right? And they love the shit out of Division. You know what I mean? And I think Division is actually a really, really, really dope game also. But Destiny is just a different version category of a game. Division itself is its own category of a game, you know what I mean? Just like Halo has been, Call of Duty has been, Apex have been, like, you know what I'm saying? They all have their own division, but even in their own categories or division, they all have their own issues and they have their pros also. Division kills Destiny? Hell yeah. I always knew when Marathon came out, Destiny would be abandoned. I always knew that. And I was totally right. Division kills Destiny. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the big question, guys. What do you guys feel or believe that they're going to be developing here in the near future as for games? Because in the beginning up here, they said some ominous things here, right? Where they said, while our love for Destiny 2 has not changed, it has become clear that after the final shape, right, we have reached the time for our shared worlds and Destiny to live beyond Destiny 2. What do you guys think that means? That is some really ominous stuff. The shared worlds. The shared worlds of Destiny? Or just the shared worlds of like all of what Destiny 1 and 2 has done so far? You know what I mean? And the goal of all of those, and then now pushing beyond all of those. So what? No more Traveler, no more good, bad, no more what? Like what? Where are we going? Where are we going? That's the question is where are we going? You know what I mean? That's what I want to see there. It can mean anything. It could just mean they're making another game completely unrelated to Destiny. I think so. I truly believe that. I think they are making other games. I do believe so. They mention it here in the update also, right? It says something about other games. I'm just we are no. But yeah, they did mention it up in there, right? We're proud of Destiny 2. You know, the place it took us and the legacy it has created. Because of all of you, our universe is vast, built on years of shared stories, adventures, and victories. From the Cosmodrome to the Pale Heart to the Lawless Frontier, we have forged lifelong memories and friendship with you all. We're incredibly grateful to everyone who made that journey with us from the deepest part of our heart. Thank you, and we'll see you in the stars. This is deep. I don't think it's gonna. I don't know. I don't know. Like, Destiny 3. I don't know, man. I don't think a Destiny 3 is it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they gotta come with something just called Destiny, classic or like Destiny All Age or Destiny the Age. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Something, you know what I mean? Something, something, something. You know what I'm saying? But it can't just be Destiny 3. You know what I'm saying? It has to be like, because if they're gonna, like they said, shared, right? What did they say? Shared what? Right? That's what they said, right? Shared views, right? Right? Shared worlds. There it is. Shared worlds, right? We have reached the time of our shared worlds and Destiny to live beyond Destiny 2, right? That's what it says there. Yeah, I guess. I guess. I guess. I probably shouldn't read too much into it. You know what I'm saying? That's just me trying to find some sort of answer in like the feeling that I'm feeling of, you know, this is it, right? But again, I think that this is a good thing for Destiny for those who have liked certain things about the game or enjoyed certain things about the game or met cool people in the game or whatever the case is or found a new game through Destiny as a whole, right? Yeah, I think this is a good thing that it will be put in a permanent cryo state so that, you can enjoy it and hopefully maybe, what I'm saying, they can develop a game that is, more liked by the community. And in all honesty, I hope that it can listen more to the community and actually answer to the community more and actually provide, those things that is asked and those things that they say that they're going to actually do because they have fallen way, 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 way too short, way too many times. And I think that the trust between the community and Bungie has been catastrophically destroyed to a level that I personally, who is obviously a nobody, a small streamer, a little content creator that doesn't exist, um, you know, can say or do, anything about that to maybe even hint at some type of solution beyond the fact that actions speak louder than words. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what I had to say about that matter. In all summary and conclusion, my overall thoughts, guys, on this breaking news here, first and foremost, the way how I feel is, I feel heartbroken. At the time when I got this news yesterday, from the time I got the news and onwards, I've been in this cascading, thought process in my mind, just trying to, you know, put together the way I feel and things I'm thinking because they're both on different spectrums, right? But it's just been all over the place the way I'm feeling. Like now, what I'm thinking about it is that will I still be playing Destiny 2? Yeah, I'm still gonna play it. I mean, the raids that don't have tiered are gonna be tiered, right? The weapons, that the exotics are going to be automatically tiered also. There's going to be a lot of things that, not the new things also added and a lot of things that hasn't been explored that you can explore and on old things are coming back so you can re-explore those ones too, right? So I'm definitely going to be jumping into that and playing and doing what I do and trying to help out the community and those who still play the game and enjoy it, up and until for as long as I can. But I'm definitely not going to be playing Destiny 2 like how I used to be playing it when the game was not necessarily more popping, but when we were expecting to have roadmaps and more updates coming from the developers. So that's not going to be, that's definitely not to be expected from me, if anything. But I definitely still will be playing Destiny with the homies, the raids here and there. And I'm also, like those of you who have played it and invest so many time into it, trying to find another place called home that I would, like to play more often than I did, like how with Destiny, right? There's been a few games that I've played, and one of the games that I've played more recent times, besides Marathon, was an old game from when I was, a little kid, which is called RuneScape. So I've been playing that for those of you guys who already see me doing that type of stuff. It's been really fun. Thank you all for pulling up and showing me some love and support and that. I really appreciate it. But your boy right now, I'm feeling heartbroken. I'm feeling like my girl broke up with me. You know what I mean? Like, it's over, although it's not really over, but the relationship is different now. You know what I mean? It's kind of like we know what it is, and that's what it is. You want to stay, you can stay. You don't want to stay, you can go. But she's staying. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she going actually. That's what I mean. I should feel terrible. I feel I feel hurt. You know what I'm saying? I think Destiny Rising will continue to be developed for, I guess. Destiny Rising is not directly linked to Bungie though. You feel the worst you ever felt? You were stabbed in the back. I do feel like I was stabbed in the back. You know what I'm saying? But like, what is it gonna do? You know what I'm saying? I could call Bungie all the names that I want to call them, but I don't want to do that. If they are to watch this stream and watch this video, watch the VOD, and to actually take something intellectual or constructive criticism from it, and they are to listen to me, I'm hoping that what I'm saying is constructive. I don't want to just say belligerent names that comes off as if I don't have a vocabulary. You know what I mean? So like I'm trying to be, you know, as straightforward and simple about how I'm feeling about it. And it's not even just about me. I'm trying to interact with you also, guys, chat, to actually read some of you guys' thoughts on here so that, it's received, you know what I'm saying, that it's a whole thing all together. You know what I mean? So that's the idea of all of it, right? I think so. I really do. I really do. You know what I mean? I like what would you guys wanted? Would you guys have wanted them to like prolong this like boring twab and like all these updates and like barely give us anything, and then like what eventually like everybody literally leave it, and not only do they like stop adding new stuff to the game, they shut down the game and the service altogether? Would that have been a little bit better? I just want to know, like, do you guys think like that would have been a better approach, or like this is probably one of the best ways of going out for them to just drop this last update and more that we didn't expect to have, and just freeze it in time and give you guys access to be able to come back and play it at any moment in time? They never once delivered. They were great at stealing. What? They were great at stealing your money and nothing else? Or they could have just have continued developing and make even better content that would have been the best. I'm not even gonna lie, lots of people have said it, that Destiny as a whole, the whole franchise, but even more Destiny 2 had so much more potential. Like the potential that Destiny 2 had was literally limitless. It was unimaginable. You know what I'm saying? It really was. Man, all I've been doing this morning is just replying to different Destiny 2 content creators' tweets about the game ending and thanking them for their great work. You see, that's what I'm talking about. That's actually pretty good because like although certain content are not in the game, for those who like recorded it and, had it frozen in time and put it on the internet, it was grateful for you guys. You know what I mean? Not knowing that certain things are going to be censored and removed from the game, it's really good to be able to go back and look at that to be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I remember playing that time, man. I remember that. You know what I'm saying? I remember when, Pit of Heresy, when GOS dropped, you know, when, the the war stat shit fall at fucking sky, the cabal ship and shit. Like there's all kinds of different things. Like live events was happening and all this stuff. Like it's crazy. All the stuff does happen. You know what I mean? That's being recorded. You can literally go back to that and you can see it. You'd be like, this was the community. People were happy. People were sad. People were upset. People were overly joyful. And there were people all in between. And of course, we're going to have those in between that's trying to influence all of that. It's all part of the cake. You know what I'm saying? I make it taste the way it tastes. You know what I mean? That's just what it is, I feel like. Drop Marathon and do only Destiny 3? They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. With the amount that they invested in Marathon, they're absolutely not going to do that. That ain't going to happen. Sony should fire all of Bungie's people and feed them to the... Oh my god. That's savage. Alright, Mr. ST, what are you saying here? Because all these people are probably gonna have to transition to varieties now. Yeah, probably. If they're not gonna do anything to actually make content in the game. Yeah, definitely. You've already seen it. You've already seen it. Lots of streamers, a lot of content creators, they're already like playing a lot of different type of games to kind of like get a feel of what they like and what the community is responding to, right? They should do that. Division all the way. Way better game. There you go. See, I have a good few games that I still gotta touch and try to play and see if I can get a feel of it, right? So we'll see how that goes, really. But as it stands, man, I'm still gonna be playing Destiny 2, as I've told you guys. There's content coming, guys. On June 9th, you catch my ass live on this brand new content drop as the end journey. You know what I mean? That's how it is. I'm gonna do it, yo. I'm gonna be one of the last standing guardians, guys. clutching it all the way to the end. But remember, I'm not going to be streaming Destiny 2 as often as I used to. You know what I'm saying? It's not that I'm not trying to burn through a lot of the content, but it's just how I'm feeling. You know what I mean? I'm feeling like I'm sad, yo. I'm heartbroken, guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm heartbroken. What content? It would be dog shit? Wow, that didn't get deleted. But everything else did. Oh, man. I mean, if people can't handle the word shit in chat, I don't know what it is, man. We all defecate once upon a time. You know what I mean? I hope so. It's healthy to do so, right? But yeah, man. Yeah, a lot of content creator left after TF. Yeah. TFS. Just sad that the ones that choose to stick around now are yeah, they're pretty much forced to switch. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, we we kind of knew it was coming, right? We all kind of knew that something like this was coming. I know the whole community felt it. We all felt like something was coming, and it wasn't necessarily good. You get what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Just found out none of the devs knew about this till it went live. Get the hell out of here. No one told them the game was over. People were still working on all the next DLCs as of yesterday. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, because they said that there was more DLCs to come. So like they had what is it? Edge of Fate. Edge of Fate has what? They had the come on guys, help me here. Edge of Fate had like two, right? 2 seasons or 3 seasons, something like 4 seasons, something like that. And then they had like 2 other DLCs that they were working on. Pretty sure. You know what I'm saying? Like that's, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Sorry for the cursing. I'm just really sad. No, I saw good. Appreciate that. Personally, I thought we had at least another couple years. Would have been nice to see what Shattered Cycle and the Alchemist, yeah, ended up being. Yeah, that would have been nice. See, that's the thing, right? That's the thing what I'm saying. It's like they had this light, or I should say slightly transparent, what's the word I'm looking for? Roadmap, right? And then now it's like we're not even gonna get that which has been promised, right? We're not even gonna get that no more. That's just, yeah, that's just sad, man. Maybe Sony played a big role. They got ripped off by buying Bungie for billions of dollars. It's not worth it. Sony already did their fiscal financial year review shit, and they've already admitted it that they took an L. Bungie isn't worth the cost that they paid, or at least not anymore, right? Yeah, that's super awful. I don't understand that the devs didn't know. That's crazy. How you not gonna tell your people stop working on this shit because y'all are basically gonna be fired and you can't, you know what I'm saying? There's no point in keep working on something that's not even gonna come out type of shit. That's so messed up. That is so messed up. I know, I know. For some reason I couldn't get yours through. I couldn't get my kick thing. I can't get it through on that for some reason. It's being very, very wanky about it. Well, it was an in development roadmap. So here's the thing, right? Obviously the devs kind of understand and hear from the community about it, but they can't okay a lot of things without the higher ups knowing. Like a roadmap that comes from up top, because a roadmap is talking about potential funding they're gonna need for stuff they gotta create for what they're coming for whatever timeline they gotta hit. So at the end of the day, it's like the devs, I get it, they know of the roadmaps and like the developments and all that stuff. It's their job, but like them getting fired or like their shit getting cut, like their project getting cut and stuff like that, yeah, it makes sense that they might not have known ahead of time, because you know what I'm saying, they don't make that decision. They can't decide to just, you know, not do a project. They can decide to quit the job, but they're just gonna replace them and have somebody else there that's gonna, you know, that's gonna do the job. You know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking. I could have told Sony that Bungie was a horrible investment. They didn't do their homework. I don't think Sony really cares. Sony's got so much money. I don't think you guys really understand how much money Sony's got. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you guys really understand that. Like $300 million, bro, that's like $30 change for them, man. Trust. Let's see. I wonder how much DMG knew about this. Probably almost nothing. I'm speculating here, but I find it extremely hard to believe that DMG, right, did not know or did not have a stronger hint of that information than us. I'm actually speculating that he, you know what I mean? I'm basically more leaning on the side that it's bullshit that he didn't know or he didn't have a stronger hint, you know what I'm saying, on this probably coming to an end here before us. That's what I'm saying about that. I'm thinking that yeah, he must have known something. He must have had some type of hint or something to it. You know what I'm saying? Bungie always got some leaks going on, man. Right? They be leaking. You know what I mean? I just, guys, it's, man. Yeah, own boss, you absolutely right. Took the flipping words out of my mouth. Man, this is crazy. This whole thing is crazy. Sony bought Bungie as an answer to Microsoft buying Activision. Blizzard and sorry, what's that? Yeah, Activision Blizzard and Activision Blizzard is way better. Was bought from much more. Interesting. Well, those are the two giants for those markets, right? The game and stuff. They've always been competing and shit. One buys this one here that's like promising or creates a good game that's like, you know, game of the year type shit. This one's gonna go buy the studio to for this type of shit. So they don't get left behind with the production of things and keep up to the times, right? So that's the thing about it. Yesterday was hard, especially watching Dado cry on stream, reading the article. It was genuinely tough to watch. Yeah, it is. It was really, yeah, it was really, really hard, man. Look, I saw this one here,
You
right?
okay, Mac? Nah.
Here it is, guys. Let me play. Let me see if we can play some of these here. I'll try to play some of these guys' reaction here. If you guys have any other links to any other reaction of any other streamer, just you can't put it in the chat, but any of the ones, anybody who's in my Discord, you can probably put it in the section there for the links, clips and memes shit. And then I can like play it here. But this is Matic, guys. This is Matic. Let's hear his response here.
No, I'm not. Not right now. I mean, listen. As bad as it feels, and as, you know, as much as this all sucks, how privileged are we all to have experienced something that's worth reminiscing on, right? How privileged were we to have something that makes us feel this way when it's time to say goodbye to it. Well, hey, look, I know it, probably doesn't feel too great for most of y'all, but, you know, I just hope you guys know that, for a time like this, you know, you don't have to feel this alone. You got a whole community of people in here that, they'll feel it with you. You okay, Mac? Nah. No, I'm not.
Guys, that's just one. That's just one. That's just one streamer / content creator that popped up on my shit randomly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to try to fight to hold back tears yesterday also when I heard the news. This is crazy. It's a video game. It's crazy, ain't it? But getting that news and you reacting uncontrollably, it goes to show how much more than it was than just a fucking video game. That is what people are expressing. And I feel like that is what's not being understood for those who don't understand video game or the gaming community. You know what I mean? Yeah. You used to binge watch him? Yeah, his builds? He's definitely pretty good. Yeah, he made some pretty good builds, man. He contributed a lot to the community also. You know what I mean? Trust. Look at Dado's one. Do you have it? You just got sign off bells? Nice. Is the Dado one on TikTok also? Which one would it be? Dado does Destiny? Is this his one? Yeah, if you could find it and send it. I feel like this is his. Is this it?
I've been trying to test out this build. I'm trying to do a build video on the stream, but
No. I don't think it's on his TikTok. I think it's probably on like YouTube or something. Let's see. Where's Mr. Dado? Let's find him. Let's find him. Maybe it's on one of his. I literally got lost in your nightmare. No. Is it his live? 4 months ago? No. Is one of his shorts maybe? No. Or maybe it's on his Twitch then. I'm just trying to find this one here, cause like, find it. I feel like they'll have a lot of they'll have probably a lot more like, you know, information on like how he's feeling about everything here. Was it his yesterday stream? I think it was his yesterday one, right? He didn't make it a short. No, it's a video. Oh, okay, so it's not here. So it wasn't a part of his stream, right? Okay, that's fair. It's not here. Is this a normal video? One with a black thumbnail says this one. This is it? This is the one, right? Oh, on his YouTube. Okay, let me go back to his YouTube. Oh, fuck. The hell's man gonna look like that? Alright, there we go, there we go. This one. There it is. There it is. The final Destiny update.
okay. Okay. I didn't realize there's already like an article. Let me fix the screen here.
This is deep.
Okay. Every end is a new beginning. For almost 12 years, we've had the joy and honor to explore the Destiny universe with you all. Through the ups and downs, surprises and triumphs, building Destiny alongside our players has been a privilege. While love for D2 hasn't changed, it's become clear that after Final Shape, we have reached the time for our shared worlds and Destiny to live beyond Destiny 2. As our focus turns...
Guys, this video is an hour long. We're not going through this an hour long, alright? Hold on. Let me try to get down to
There's no going
where
back.
he...
No setup.
Where he's actually, you know... I can see he's holding it back there. Where is it at? Okay, let's go to the end so we can hear him talk about how he's feeling about everything here. Alright.
I would have started when the game came out. They're adding a PvE mode now. I don't fucking care.
Facts.
They could add a fucking suck your own dick mode. I still wouldn't join up.
That's a lie.
That's a lie. I would totally join up for that.
Ish might stop and get gas. Okay. Sounds good, Bells.
So let me know when that mode comes out. No plans to play Marathon. I have nothing against the game as a game. It's just not my genre. It's not what I enjoy.
Guys, you notice his girl or female partner is like rubbing his back because they could tell like he's absolutely distraught about this, man. Like, this is crazy. I can't say this enough in this video. I'm gonna have to go back and count how many times I said that, yo. Go to 11 minutes and 50 seconds. Is that what he said? That's when you start crying? Okay, let's see. 11 minutes and 50 seconds. Let's go to 11:30. Cool? Just to get a little bit of context of, you know, how it leads up to that. There. It's deep. It's deep, bro. Chat, you be wilding, yo. But yeah, bro. Dado, my man.
Oh, man.
He paved the way for a lot of people, man, also. The raids and shit. World's first.
Oh.
So, you know, helping out with the mechanics, figuring out things. They all played a part, man.
I don't know.
It's
Again,
deep.
there was like a small part of me that thought like this, yeah, they're just gonna like wrap it up. But I wasn't sure. And I really just thought like, yeah, they're just going through a rough patch and, you know, they're just gonna keep it rolling.
It's funny he said rolling while he pulls out the roll, you know what I mean? Yeah, no, Dado is definitely an OG in the game, the gaming community as a whole, but definitely so more pronounced in Destiny 2. You know, I heard about him long before I even played Destiny 2. You know, Cross, Matic, you know, Frost. I've heard about all these guys long before, you know what I mean? Funny thing is, I heard about Kakis before you know, he became bigger like how he is now, right? Kakis actually lived not too far from where I live, like 2 hours and a half away. I lived like north of him at the time. But yeah, no, it's just, you know, to see the rise of all these guys and see all the stuff that is done in the game and in the community that I enjoyed so much, never mind the pros and cons of it. You know, it's truly a sad time for us all. You know what I mean?
And I don't know, it's just weird. Like I've been talking about this. I've been talking about this feeling of just teetering. Just like constantly walking a tightrope.
What did I say, guys? I said it. Everybody have felt it for the longest time, that like something is coming and it's not a good feeling. Before we'll feel the feeling and we're more anticipating something excited. But the feeling we have been feeling ever since Edge of Faith, really ever since Final Shape, it was just not good, which is why Edge of Fate was received so poorly, and then everything pretty much after that. And then we had an epic raid, like the world's first raid and the epic raid and all that stuff. And all terrible, man. Like, what the happened there? You know what I'm saying? You can't drop the ball that many times. You can't drop the soap that many times and keep picking it up, man. Nah. Either you like it or you don't like it. And that's what the situation was. You know what I mean? Kakis get a lot of his unnecessary hate, I feel like. I wasn't a fan of his raid guys personally. but I think his other content was sold. Nah, I feel that. I feel you. I feel like he's, he was just trying to try things with that, trying to do raid. I've wanted to do like raid content and stuff like that too, but I don't know. I mean, there's so many ways to do it. I feel like if you're gonna do raid content, you should probably do it after there is like a standard, or if you know for a fact like you've played it so many times, or you just do raids, or like you're a person who does like world first on a more regular basis. Your methods are going to be sweaty because it's going to be a more harder like contest base. So your method is going to be for those in the maybe the top 1% of that skill base. But if you're trying to make a guide that's going to be easy for everybody, you know what I'm saying? You gotta wait till contest mode is done, and then you can make that guide. But even then, there's still certain things, certain mechanics, certain kinks in the game that still probably won't like allow it, right? So there's always gonna be some groups of people that's just gonna be like, this ain't gonna work and stuff like that. But also, it could be just the creator itself, right? Maybe the message wasn't well received in the way that he was trying to put it out there. And again, this is why we have so many options. So if that doesn't work for you, there's potentially another person out there that has a guide that can work for you. Because I've had that issue too, where I've sometimes had to go and get the actual mission from multiple videos because this video doesn't add up with what it says next, and this one does follow that part, and it's like, different content creators I have to go to get all of it together so I can finish this one quest. So sometimes it's crazy. It is like that. Other times you might find the one content creator that has the videos that you need, like Fallout or something, and it's perfectly fine. Great guides. You fly through it, no problem. Yeah. I feel like 2025 was like the testing year of Destiny 2 to see if they could continue the momentum, and sadly they couldn't. A lot of people just played PTF, PFS, oh my god, PFS. Defeated the Witness, and yeah, they basically pieced out. Yeah, that was what it is, man. Right? The final shape, right? That was it. That was what we all anticipated. Like, we're gonna smoke the biggest baddie of all baddies, right? This guy basically brought the collapse on us once already. And Savathun sort of coerced him off and pushed back. You know what I mean? We did push back too, but ultimately Savathun was the one that really helped to help us survive, right? And then she also realized that she was being a pawn player and didn't want to be in that, right? So those of you guys who know the lore of the story, right? So coming to the biggest baddie of all the baddies, right? The Witness, after he's done, we're all expecting something completely different. We are I'm pretty sure the community as a whole would have been like, all right, fuck it. Destiny 2 is done. We killed the big bad. We've had the long run, the story, the saga, da 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 da. But then no, motherfuckers trying to give us a trampoline after the final big bad, and the trampoline send us off into a fucking pool that got no water. So we either broke our necks or we either ate shit and got injured. But either ways, it wasn't a soft landing, and that's what we're feeling right now. Like, realistically, they could have ended the game at the final shape, and people could have, yeah, that's why I said people could have been, yeah, they would have been sad, but it would have been very accepted. I 100% agree with you. Well, we would have been sad, but for different reasons. Now we're all a lot sad and heartbroken because we watched the game deteriorate. We've gotten no response from them, and then finally they dropped this bombshell on us, and it's like, what the fuck? We kind of foreseen this coming. You guys had the opportunity and the window to end it at a really good point in time where that's what is expected, right? The community was expecting that, but then he didn't. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's not. Man, yeah. I understand. I understand what you're saying over there. You know what I'm saying? President, I get what you mean over there. I understand your frustration, man. I have to go to the yard to switch a different truck because my left mirror is badly hanging on by a thread. Oh shit, like a mirror reflecting. Yeah, part of not the whole thing. I got you. So I'll probably be home by 1 instead. Sounds good. Sounds good.
Constantly feeling like I'm, on the edge of a cliff, and it's like, am I gonna find my balance? Am I gonna fall? I don't know, but I just want something to happen. And I think part of it is like finally getting an
Sounds good,
answer.
Bells.
Finally getting something that's just like you're falling off the cliff. And I always thought that I'd be ready for it. And
Sounds good, Bells.
and you know, I've been trying to set myself up for the future, you know, just knowing this it would eventually happen. I thought it was going to be like another year or two.
See what I'm saying? That's what you were saying, ST. ST. You were saying that. Yeah, that's the thing too I was saying also earlier, right? I was thinking that, you know what I mean, we would have had more time. That maybe we would have had like the next DLC would have like shaken things up and really presented a whole new alternate, you know what I mean, presentation for people to like the game again and feel encouraged, you know what I mean? But this is what we're getting. This is what we're getting, guys. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, but this is the truth. We could have ended, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we could have ended the final shape, a great expansion, arguably a top 3 Destiny 2 expansion. Instead, we ended with Renegades, an expansion most people never played, and an expansion that in a lot of ways didn't even really felt like a proper expansion. It felt like they did a cross-play like what Fortnite does, and Destiny has never done something like that. And I think they did that to kind of maybe put the last bit, like milk the last bit of milk, you know, out of the cow to bring back a certain demographic of the player base, you know, of people that liked both Star Wars and Destiny to come back, or if not, people just like Star Wars so they can have new engagement, or you know, a little bit of both, right? And like I said, a lot of people who I know that stopped playing Destiny, they did came back for Renegades just because of the Star Wars related stuff, and they actually did enjoy it. But for those of us who've been kind of playing more on a constant basis, we felt that that difference, that change, was not exactly the way how we wanted the game to go. You know what I'm saying? The idea behind the lore was nice that they, you know, they squeezed it in there like that. It was kind of cool, you know, like Anakin and Obi-Wan, you know what I mean, and then the Sith Lord and stuff. That's kind of cool and all, but like if they had done that in the go of other DLCs and done those references like that, maybe would have been accepted and like received a little bit better. But it was too much, I feel, of a big difference and change in what they did there and the way it was received in the community, as for it being something that we normally expect versus something that's completely new and seemingly out of other games that's already around, you know? The campaign literally felt like a longer seasonal story. Yeah, it did feel like that. One thing that I did like about the campaign is that I like the fact that the exotic mission was tied into the story, the campaign itself. I think that was actually very fantastic. I mean, they could have done it a little bit more where it's a little bit more secretive, but also still part of the campaign, like what they normally do for like on IO with the Whisper of the Worm and how that was found out. Those were things that's very memorable about the game. You know what I mean? Other things also in relation that's also very memorable about the game is having ritual, you know, we call it quests, right? Which normally end up ties into an exotic mission at the end, if not a legendary weapon or armor at the end also. Those type of aspect of the Destiny community or the Destiny game franchise that was implicated into the game was foundationally, I think, one of the most important facts about the game, to have those ritual ties and those mysterious missions and discoveries that's out there for players to uncover, and eventually making the community go wild by it spreading like wildfire. The Praxic Blade mission was the best part of the campaign, and they did a good job with that. I agree. The Praxic Blade is by far one of the most insanely overpowered and multi-usage exotic in the game as it stands right now. Should the sandbox, and whenever the sandbox do change and it's no longer kinetic or lights or swords related sandbox, I think it'll still play a huge part in assisting Guardians all across the solar system in any activity and endeavor that they choose to do. If not, it will definitely be one of the top 10 rotations of loadouts. Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. You know,
It
and
would.
yeah, it seems like
Um,
that'll
so
here
it's
is
I'm a little surprised
lost for words.
to hear that they're shutting it down. I mean, they're not shutting down the game, obviously. You're still gonna be able to play the game.
That's actually very interesting, chat. That you guys mentioned another thing we don't know what's gonna happen with the artifacts. That's actually really, really, really interesting. Are they all gonna just be there where we can go and switch out our artifacts to do whatever we want to do, or is it gonna be a rotational week with artifacts that we can put in and on, or a month, or you know what I mean? That's actually very, very, very interesting. Now that you mention it, chat, I am very uncertain about that. I haven't seen anything mentioned about that in there, but they did also mention in their update here, as you guys can see on screen, right here, that in a lot of these posts where they have their point form posting and information, they also do have at some points where they mention that they will be an additional TWAB that will explain more in details as these updates are coming out, detailing more about it, right? So that's I'm very curious, but yeah, that's really cool. They should add the old artifacts and allow them to be swapped around. See, that's what I was just saying. I think that would be a fantastic idea. Seriously. I wholeheartedly believe that that would be a great idea there. Yeah. What do you think? I think so. I really do. But guys, what are you guys' thoughts on all that we have shared here today? Because honestly, I don't even know. I don't even know, guys. I don't even know what to do myself. You know what I mean? I feel like I was hungover the night before and I'm woken up right now. Sorry, I feel like I was wasted the night before and I'm woken up today and I'm hungover and like I'm in disbelief about what potentially happened last night, you know? Like I don't even know. I ain't really got much words, you know what I'm saying? I feel I feel like I'm all over the place. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm feeling personally. You know what I mean? I know a lot of you guys out there feeling the same way also, you know? But on the plus side of things, guys, will I still be playing some Destiny 2? Absolutely. Come June 9th, when the last live service update drops, you will absolutely catch your boy going live, checking it out, seeing what's going on there, trying to enjoy the last that's given to us, and trying to share, my experience with you guys here. I'll be going live on that day, of course, and trying to just have fun with the homies and whatnot. You know what I mean? That's gonna be the play there for sure. I'm mainly sad we're not getting another raid. Yeah, absolutely. I have mixed emotions. On one hand, I'm scared. Oh, sorry, I'm sad because I have over 5K hours on the game. Like D2 is one of my favorite video games ever. But on the other hand, I'm excited to try to get into other games. That's exactly one of the best summaries that I've ever gotten there from chat. And that's pretty much summarized mostly of how I feel. I mean, it's kind of dulled down because, we're trying not to come off too emotional, if that makes sense, right? By not saying too much, belligerent stuff, right? We're just trying to keep it really plain and simple, and hopefully it's received in the most genuine way possible there, on how we're feeling there, I feel that one of the most scariest thing about this change that's coming here that we all gonna have to face is trying to find a new game like Destiny 2 to call home, you know. But, guys, just stand strong. Just know that you're not alone. There's going to be hundreds of thousands of other gamers out there from the Destiny community that's going to be in the same boat as you guys. You guys are potentially going to be playing other games that's going to have Destiny 2 players that's going to be in there, and maybe you can get connected with them also. Just try to treat it the same way that you treated your Destiny, community, and you know what I'm saying? Have fun. Have fun, guys. That's the biggest issue. Destiny is a lightning in a bottle type of game. There will never be another one. Yeah. There'll never be another game like Destiny. There isn't a lot of games like it, but there will definitely never be another game like Destiny. There will be other games out there, guys. There's other games out there that you guys will like and enjoy and play, but it will never be another game like Destiny 2. That's for sure. you know? I've had people who have never played video games who are like, I don't play video games, who have literally played Destiny 2, calling me up at times, being like, yo, I'm on. Where you at? Like, you're the man who's always on. Why you not on? You know what I'm saying? That's how impactful that Destiny 2 has been in my life, and for those who don't even play video games that ended up playing it, loving the game. You know what I mean? Like, that's how crazy that is. Like, people who have never played video games, don't like video games, played video games, and even when I was not playing, they were playing on their own. So that's, if you don't, I mean, tell me about it. If that's not impactful, I don't know what is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I hope Bungie can get their stuff together and find a way to get more people on Marathon. I mean, it's all they got right now. It is. It really is all they got right now is Marathon. I'm very curious into seeing what other games that they're going to be making or coming out with, the new IPs and whatnot. They did also mention that they're going to be making games also along the Destiny franchise. So we don't know if to be expecting Destiny 2, if at all, and how soon that might be, should it be something that's going to be happening, you know? So yeah, chat. Biggest question for you guys. Are you guys going to go and revisit old games that you have loved that's still potentially around? Or are you going to be hanging around still playing some Destiny and eventually, hopefully, maybe finding a game on the side that you can, kind of play and that is constantly also still growing? You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, old games. Can we put up a prediction then? Let's throw up a prediction. Is that possible? Actually, both options. Can we do that? Do I have any mod in the chat here? No, mod's driving. All right, that's all good. My mod's driving, guys. She can't be doing that right now. So that's all good. But if you guys can just type it in there, right? So let it be known. Will you be playing Destiny 2 still after the update, or a different game? So you can just type in there a different game, or you can just type in there still playing Destiny 2. I could do a poll. Yeah, I guess I could do a poll. Let me see if I can pull it up here. View. All right, no. Yeah, I put up a poll. I put up a poll for you guys here. Will you be playing D2 after update? Right here, simple. Yes or no. Throw it up there. Throw it up. All right, poll is up. The polio is up. I said this in the Discord the other day, but I'll probably come back to it every once in a while to run old raids and stuff, but it's definitely not going to be my main game anymore. Like, it physically can't be. No, I agree. I was saying the same there too, MTosh, right? ST, sorry. I don't know why I was saying MTosh for your name, bro. Like, there's something I actually read about him yesterday, I think. Anyways, ST, that was the same thing I was saying there also, right? It's not gonna be my main game no more, but I will be playing it here and there. I will be coming back and playing it, you know what I mean? And just indulging and enjoying. You know what I'm saying? If I have homies that still need stuff from it and still trying to run it, I'll definitely do that. I myself would jump on and run it too when I miss playing it, you know what I'm saying? Or progressing in whatever, triumphs or exotics that I haven't completed yet. Or maybe even just, cosmetic related stuff, right? To maybe like fully max out and be like, I have 100% completed it, you know what I mean? That's a game, social game, like a very good. So yeah, it was Destiny 2, amazing social game, 1000%. Amazing. You know what I mean? One of the best out there for sure. One of the best. But yeah, guys, I put up a poll. Did you guys see it there? Could you guys place your thoughts there? Yes or no? Right? We'll see how that runs there. Let's see here. At least Hole doesn't have to worry about falling behind now. Yeah, that's true. He can absolutely catch up to us now. You know what I'm saying? I wish you put maybe on the poll because I don't want to click yes and I don't want to click no. I think clicking yes would always reserve the right, you know what I'm saying? To like come back to it. Doesn't mean that you are going to, but it reserved the right for you to be able to come back to it, you know? That's what I'm thinking. I went yes, but it's really more of a 50-50 type deal. Yeah, see, exactly. So, like, not having the maybe, I understand the confusion because you're like, I want to be on the fence, but like, in your head, you know you will technically come back and potentially play it. So that's a yes. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, yes, I'm gonna come and play it after the update only, right? It's like, yeah, I'll come back and play it here and there sometime. Or it's like, no, I'm not coming back whatsoever. I'm done. Lights out, man's out. Hide your kids, hide your fam, hide the dog, the cat, the fish. You know what I'm saying? Run. It ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not that serious. We're chilling. We're chilling. We're chilling. When you went, put the yes in. I put it in a capital. Oh, that's why you thought maybe it was yes with like and. Oh, okay, I see. That was just like my little typo nonsense going on there, you know? Yeah. Trust. It wasn't even supposed to be like that, but it ended up being like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Devastating news, guys. Destiny 2 live service is coming to an end as of June 9th when they're going to release their last live service update, which is indeed going to put the game in a permanent cryo state, preserved and playable as it is for the inevitable and available future to whomever Bungie seen, however long that's going to be for. So they're the ones going to be deciding on if the server is going to stay up that long or not. But I think a lot of things going to play ball with that. As for like, are they making enough money with the games that they got now, or future games that they release? Is that going to make enough funds for them to be able to keep these existential servers around? That's not going to be generating as much, but still something to keep them going, right? And I hope that everything works out in that manner, really and truly, because it would kind of suck to be able to not jump back on Destiny 2, but I think Destiny 1 will kind of go offline first, if anything. At least the changes that they are adding are things people, yeah, are things people that have been, yeah, things people have been wanting for a while. I agree. The updates that they're adding is definitely things that people want. A lot of them that I've seen in there, I've wanted it also. So I think that's pretty cool. You know what I mean? It would have been way worse if they just left it at the state that it is. Yeah, the game would have died. Like D1 would have had definitely way more people playing it, and D2 servers would have probably crashed within like 3 to 6 months because no one would be playing it, you know? The game really had to die for them to add, yeah, the Sparrow Racing League. Yeah, it seems that way. It really does seem that way. It seemed like the game had to die for us to get a lot of things that we had asked for. From the directory change that's coming to the portal being miniaturized somewhere on there as a node to go and click on, to a lot of these other reprised playlists now. Well, old playlists getting reprised and being added into like portal activities and like having tiered stuff and armors and even even also new ornaments, I believe. You know what I'm saying? So that's really, really, really cool. But it sucks that it had to take all of that for things to be able to change up. You know what I mean? But guys, the poll is in, and we have the results, and we have about 150% of you guys have said yes. So I would imagine that a lot of people will be playing Destiny still, regardless of more content not dropping or the last bit dropping there. I do believe that, you know, it's going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be all right. The change is going to happen very gradually, but it's going to be okay. We'll all find a game, you know what I'm saying? We'll all have fun. We'll still play Destiny as a whole, and you know, we'll get through this. We'll get through this, guys. We will get through this. What was that, chat? It just sucks that They had to stop the live content to finally give us what we wanted. I know, it's absolute nonsense. That's what I was just saying too. Yep, absolutely. Great minds think alike. Indeed, indeed, indeed. I agree. Indeed, they do. Indeed, they do. You know what I mean? But yeah, guys. Is there anything else that I haven't touched on that I should touch on? Maybe I should talk to you guys about the game that I'm going to be playing then. Is that okay? Oh, you guys want to still talk a little bit more about Destiny here? All right. Yeah, I like to share with you guys the games that I'm going to be playing here from now on, right? So, Destiny has been officially removed from my main gameplay. It's no longer going to be my main gameplay, right? All the content that's on my social platforms will remain, of course, as a time capsule, and the times that I played, and the memories that I've made and achievements that I've achieved, So that's going to still remain there. But we are going to be having some new content here. I'm going to be playing some marathon, of course, right? But not just marathon, guys. I like adventure. I like action adventure games. If I can have it all in one bundle, like Bungie presented in Destiny 2, I would do that. And I would play the one game like I have for years. But unfortunately, I'm gonna have to spread my desires, between different games. So Marathon would definitely be one of the games that I'll be playing. It's probably gonna become one of the main games. But also I'm gonna be playing some RuneScape, and RuneScape has two games within it. It has the old school version, which I'm currently doing some segments on and trying to progress that account. And it also has a newer version called RuneScape 3, but I think now it has been reverted to just RuneScape, the original name. And that one is basically the story has advanced more, and I am up to that part on that. But playing the old school version, I had to restart because it made you create a different account. And well, it didn't necessarily make you create a different account. I created a different account from my main because I wanted to play the game in a different way, right? And I can explain a little bit more when I play the actual RuneScape so you guys can visually see what I mean about that. So RuneScape and Marathon are going to be the two games that I'm going to be playing, guys. I am also fishing around to see if, something can top over both of them and be that one, but that's just low-key off stream. Um, Type of fishing that I'll be doing. But I'm always definitely, available to, any games out there you guys are playing and having fun. I would like to check it out. If it's a free to play game, I'll be more easier for me to check it out, kind of like more right away type of thing. If it's a game that I have to pay for, then I'm going to be doing a lot of research behind that before I have to pay for it, because obviously I'll be paying for it and I don't want to fall into that thing of buying 40 fucking games that I don't like and I don't play. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where I'm at right now, and moving forward. The streaming schedule will still be as it is. I will most likely, when I'm off on any of those days, I will do a morning stream like we are right now, which I will reserve for more of the RuneScape because it's more relaxed as it is right now, and I can just talk. You guys can have the stream on the side, doing whatever you're doing in your daytime. You know what I mean? I feel like that will be a little bit more of an easier approach while I grind in the game and do what I got to do. And then later on, when you guys are more actually, off work and more, attentive, if anything, something to watch would probably be more of like the marathon, if anything, there, the actual gameplay of the engagement of the PvP action there. So that's kind of like the idea of where I'm going with things. And one more thing here, guys, before I actually end the stream, actually a few more things, is that I want to invite everybody who hasn't already subscribed to the YouTube. Feel free to subscribe to the YouTube. As you guys don't know, for those of you guys who don't know, I am, making more long form content, and I'll be posting it on there, and short form content also, like the shorts. I'm looking to grow that platform over there, as it is a requisite to being a content creator slash streamer, to just have my content out there that can be actually more presented to you guys in a more detailed format. So it's always appreciated, that support right there, having you guys supporting the channel out there like that, and watching the content, liking and commenting on the things that you guys like or didn't like, or you believe that can be improved upon. Whether it's the information or just the context or the continuity of the content, is always appreciated, that feedback. I haven't played. What's this? No, no, no. Ha 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 ha. Sure. You say memories a lot made me cry. I'm so sorry. I haven't played the full game of Marathon, but I heard they have a PvE only mode or they're adding one. The next season has been announced to be more PvE orientated. I don't know if they're only gonna have a PvE mode or a PvP mode. It seems from the announcement that PvP is not going to be the pronounced approach, which doesn't make sense since the game is a competitive PvP game. But on the other hand, I guess we're going to have to wait to see what they're really going to be presenting here and what to be expected of the release that's coming out. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, this is going to be on YouTube video. I'll definitely promote it. Thank you so very much, ST. It will be, yeah, I'm going to be re-editing the stream here and posting this video as a whole and everybody's comments that I've been reading. I'll implement it also into the stream, you know, and yeah, I'll be posting it. It'll probably get released a little bit later on tonight, if not tomorrow. What day is it today? What day is it today? It's Friday? Oh, it's Friday today. Yeah, I'll have it released probably on the weekend, if not Monday. I think Monday would be a nice day to release it, let it marinate over the weekend. But we'll see. We'll see here, guys. It is the weekend. I'm normally with my daughter and, you know, spending time with her. As you know, in a week, I'm just busy with all of this. But we'll see how it goes there. But I will be editing the video here a little bit later on. And, you know, looking to have it released no later than Monday morning here for you guys to be able to check that out. Yeah, all the Destiny guys that moved to Marathon want a PvE mode. Makes sense, but yeah, it do be an extraction shooter, which are supposed to be a hybrid of both. As Marathon is right now, it does feel like the PvE aspect of the game is way more overpowering than the PvP, but at the same time, if the if you're fighting an area where there's no PvE, like there's no extra bots to be able to like engage and like, you know, make it a little bit more difficult, the PvP is pretty strong. You know what I'm saying? It's just when you load into these maps, man, everything on the map is just trying to kill you. Everything's trying to kill you and your team. Everything is gonna give away a position. Any and everything you goddamn, even just running is giving away a position. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this game is really, this is why it's competitive. This game is really trying to teach you, right? How to be better than how you played the last game. If that's what you're seeking to do. If you're trying to like really get better at it, you got to be observant of the game's surrounding. You got to be observant of like the things that you got to bring in, the consumables and stuff that can help you survive longer, make your run, you know, just that much more enjoyable. You know what I mean? So it's always a learning process and you got to be ready for that, really. You know what I mean? That's kind of where I'm going at with that, you know what I mean? So yeah, I think it's cool. It's cool. I'm curious to see if the new season 2 here is going to be more PvE or just PvE, or it's a PvE mode that's going to be added. I'm actually very curious to see what's going to happen there. So yeah, I think it would be definitely awesome if they add it. Why the hell not? You can add it. I know it's it's a competitive PvP. So if they're gonna add a PvE only mode, I don't know what that's gonna do for the name. I don't know how that's gonna affect the community because there's people who's already like latching onto the competitive PvP side, right? So we'll see. But competitive PvP also, not everybody like those games. Not everybody can play those games, especially in this game. When you die, like if your whole team wipes, no, not even. When you die, if you die by another enemy and they have the chance to loot your body, you lose your shit, right? And if you don't go and kill them and get your stuff back, or your whole team gets killed, you all lose all your shit. So at the end of the day, it's very competitive in that manner. You got to be prepared to go into war losing everything. And then also be prepared to go in and gain everything back or gain everything that you went in with and then some. There we go, chat. I drank some water. I've heard the PvE is pretty brutal. It's like that in Arc Raiders, except in Arc Raiders, there's no self-revive. There is no self-revive in Arc? Seriously? I didn't know that there's no self-revive in Arc. You know? I did not know that. I'm pretty sure there isn't. I never played Arc Raiders. Hope I don't get in trouble for that. But I've never played Arc Raiders. You know what I mean? And I've seen gameplays of it, right? And I've seen gameplay of it. It looks pretty cool. It seemed like they have some sort of self-revive option because they have downed people before, and I've seen them gotten held back up. So like they must have some type of maybe like a healing. Like after you heal yourself up to a certain point, you stand back up or something. I don't know. Yeah, there isn't. You need to. Oh, you need to get revived by someone. Ah, that makes sense. So someone had to revive you. Ah, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, that's interesting. It's very interesting. I did not. Oh, okay. They have defibrillators in the game. So everybody spawns in with a defibrillator to potentially help somebody else up? Because you can't use it on yourself, can you? That's the thing I was thinking. Like, if you can't, you know what I mean? Oh, it's an item you can find. So, oh, so if you don't have one, if the person not down, you don't have one, then that's it. You bleed out. C'est fini. C'est la vie, c'est la vie. C'est la vie. That's just the way it is, eh? That's crazy. That's so crazy. Oh, wait, did we have another video in here? Oh, okay, cool. Guys, well, I just I want you guys to like, spam the chat right now with this question I'm gonna ask you guys. Spam the chat here. All right, hold on. Let me read a little bit more before me actually saying this. I'm pretty sure there isn't. Yeah, we go defibrillator. No, it's an item you find. Well, no, you can revive. Oh, you can revive them normal. So defibrillator just makes it easier to revive instantly. Okay, I see it. It allows them to be revived instantly. Got you. All right. So yeah, guys, this is my last question to you guys. I gotta go and have some lunch here. Take the pups for a walk. But this is my last question. I'm gonna leave with you guys. I'm gonna come back and stream later on today. So feel free to come back and join me then. But my last question to you guys is, what is your most favorite thing to do in Destiny 2? All right. There you go. There you go, guys. There you go. I'll leave that there with you guys. So until the next one, guys, it's your boy, bro. I'm all here on the ones and twos. Ah-oo for the ah-oo. Sheeshas for the sheeshas. Squad things are going. Just keep answering. Keep putting your answers in the question there, in the chat there. I'm logging it so I can add it to the edit later on. I appreciate you all. Hang tight. For those of you guys who are on the other platforms over there, come on over to my Twitch. I really appreciate it if you guys can come on over here. I'm gonna raid another streamer. I'm gonna go try to find. I think Dado is actually live, so I'm probably gonna raid him. They're talking a little bit more about the Destiny and everything like that. So maybe they have more insights about what's going on other than what I do. So maybe they have some more of that for you guys. You know what I mean? Yeah, they were the best part of the game. I 100% agree with you, man. Raids and Dungeon by far. W stream. Thank you so very much, man. Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate all y'all. I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all. Love y'all. It's your boy, Ro. Out here on the ones and twos. Ah-oo for the ah-oo. Sheeshas for the sheeshas, guys. Squad things are going. Catch me later. I'm going live again later on. Appreciate y'all. Much love.
you want your yard to actually look good this spring, it starts with getting everything set up properly. First step is clearing everything out and giving yourself a clean base to work with. From there, I like to add Gulf Green Nitro Grow Plus around my plants. It's a nutrient-enriched mix that helps support stronger growth and better blooms throughout the season. When I'm planting something new, I use Gulf Green potting soil. It's easy to work with and gives the roots drainage and support they need right from the start. And once everything is set up, keeping it clean is
Alright guys, I think I found someone here that we can raid. Matic, he is live, just went live. Definitely talking about it. And I don't know what it is, man. I was kind of just stuck on the character page there earlier this morning, trying to figure out to log on and do my Vespers solo run, but like I'm just destroyed, yo. I'm just destroyed, guys. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. That's the plan, honestly. That's the plan. I'm just gonna wait it out here. With 10 seconds to the guys taking over there. Say hi to him, say what's up, listen to what he's saying, engage in the conversation, speak your mind. I'll be there.